In the beginning, this land was not empty. By 1492, millions of indigenous nations already lived here. The Haudenosaunee Confederacy, the Cherokee, the Lakota, the Navajo, the Pueblo. They had governments, trade, and law long before a European boot touched sand. October 12, 1492. Christopher Columbus lands in the Caribbean. That collision starts 300 years of colonization. By 1607, Jamestown. By 1620, the Mayflower and Plymouth. 13 British colonies grow along the Atlantic, built on farming, trade, and the brutal economy of enslaved African labor. Tension boils. 1765, the Stamp Act. 1773, the Boston Tea Party. September 5, 1774, the First Continental Congress. Then April 19, 1775. Shots at Lexington and Concord. The American Revolutionary War begins. July 4, 1776. Thomas Jefferson writes it. John Adams, Benjamin Franklin, and others sign it. The Declaration of Independence. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. General George Washington takes a ragtag army and beats the most powerful empire on earth. 1783, the Treaty of Paris. The United States is born. But a country needs rules. 1787, Philadelphia. James Madison, Alexander Hamilton, George Washington. They write the Constitution. 1791, the Bill of Rights. The first 10 amendments. Freedom of speech, religion, press. 1803, Thomas Jefferson buys Louisiana. The nation doubles overnight. 1812, war with Britain again. The White House burns, but the country stands. Then it expands and it fractures. The Trail of Tears, 1830s. Indian Removal Act signed by President Andrew Jackson. Manifest Destiny pushes west. Railroads, 1862 Pacific Railway Act. Gold, oil. But the core wound never healed. Slavery. April 12, 1861. The Civil War starts. Abraham Lincoln. January 1, 1863, the Emancipation Proclamation. 4 years of blood. 620,000 dead. April 9, 1865, Lee surrenders at Appomattox. 1865, the 13th Amendment ends slavery. 1868, the 14th gives citizenship and equal protection. 1870, the 15th gives black men the vote. America industrializes. Ruthless and fast. Rockefeller. Carnegie. Ford. 1890, the Sherman Antitrust Act tries to rein them in. 1898, the Spanish-American War. America becomes a world power. 1914 to 1918, World War I. Then the Great Depression, 1929. Franklin D. Roosevelt answers with the New Deal. Social Security, 1935. December 7, 1941. Pearl Harbor. World War II. Dwight D. Eisenhower leads D-Day, 1944. August 1945. Atomic bombs end the war in the Pacific. America emerges as a superpower. But at home, another war. Rosa Parks, 1955, Montgomery bus boycott. Martin Luther King Jr. leads nonviolent resistance. 1963, March on Washington. I Have a Dream. 1964, the Civil Rights Act. 1965, the Voting Rights Act. Signed by President Lyndon B. Johnson. The country is forced to live up to its own words. Meanwhile, it reaches higher. July 20, 1969. Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin. Apollo 11. One small step for man. The Cold War rages. 1991, the Soviet Union falls. America is left standing. The 21st century hits hard and fast. September 11, 2001. The towers fall. The war on terror begins. 2008, financial crisis. Then Barack Obama, 2009, becomes the first black president. Internet, smartphones, globalization. The country reinvents itself again. Today, 2026. 330 million people. 50 states. The largest economy on Earth. A constitution that's 239 years old and still being argued over. A military in every ocean. A culture that exports music, movies, and memes to the planet. It was never clean. It was genocide and immigration. Slavery and civil rights. Robber barons and unions. Protest and progress. It was Washington and Jefferson and Douglas and Lincoln and Susan B. Anthony and MLK and the millions whose names we'll never know who picked cotton, laid rail, coded software, and served. This is America. Born in revolt in 1776. Forged in Civil War. Tested in 2 world wars. Remade by laws, by movements, by failures, and by comebacks. Imperfect. Unfinished. Still in the fight.